Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use La Roche-Posay Effaclar 3-Step Kit, which contains the Effaclar Purifying Foaming Gel Cleanser, the Stringing Lotion, also known as Clarifying Lotion, and the Effaclar Duo Plus. And you can use those products if you have oily skin or oily blemish-prone skin, as it should help you to regulate your oiliness, to unclog pores and fade blemishes. And you can use those products daily in the morning and or evening. Now I have prepared for you a little example skincare routine, and then later on we are heading into the entire application. So for the morning skincare routine, here you can see the steps, so the order of application on how you would use those products, as well as what I recommend adding to your routine, which is your sunscreen. So you're going to get started with, first of all, washing your face to remove any excess oil, dirt and sweat from the skin. Then you are heading into the application of the toner, either applied with your hands or cotton pads. After that, let it absorb into the skin, leave it on the skin, there's no need to wash it off, and then follow with your Effaclar Duo Plus. Apply to the skin, leave it on the skin, there's no need to wash it off. You can use it only on the affected area or all over your face and or neck. And then you're going to follow with sunscreen afterwards, which is important if you have sun exposure, so that you can properly protect the skin. As for your evening skincare routine, your cleansing step may need to be adjusted, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Then after that, again, your toning step, and then Effaclar Duo Plus. Now the Effaclar Duo Plus can be your last step in your evening skincare routine. However, if dryness should occur over time when doing this routine ongoing, and you feel like you want to add hydration to the skin, then you can follow with a very lightweight gel-like, light lotion-like textured moisturizer after the application of your Effaclar Duo Plus. Just make sure that the Effaclar Duo Plus can properly absorb into the skin before moving on to your moisturizing step, so that you can add hydration back to your routine. And so this would be then the order of application. Now, what you have to keep in mind is that your cleansing step in the morning as well as in the evening is really important. Please do not skip it. As for the toning step and the Effaclar Duo Plus step, they can be adjusted. So if you feel like you want to use one of those products, or maybe both, less often, so instead of twice per day daily, just once per day daily, or you may want to alternate between them, then that's completely fine as well, because it should help you to mattify your skin for much longer. It should help you to treat your skin concerns, but it shouldn't dry out your skin to such a big extent that it starts to feel irritated. So therefore you can play around with those two products and adjust it what feels and works the best for you. Now, if you want to go over the example routine in your own time, it's all in my PowerPoint, which does not only include the example routine, but also the products that I have picked, with a little description next to it to point out the benefits as well as for whom it is suitable. I have a general skincare tip guide, how important it is to properly wash your face, then pat the skin dry, the difference between damp and wet skin, and do not apply your skincare products to wet skin, which then also leads into on how you can avoid skincare pilling. And I have a more detailed and a very short summary of how you can apply your sunscreen and removal, so a little sunscreen guide as well. So you will find all that information in my PowerPoint, which I'm going to leave in the description box down below. And now I want to get started with the entire application, and I'm going to go with a morning skincare routine. However, I do want to emphasize the adjustments which you may need to do when it comes to your cleansing step. So you can use La Roche-Posay Effaclar Purifying Foaming Gel Cleanser in the morning and or evening to properly remove any excess oil, dirt and sweat, as well as light sunscreen, for example Cosrx Aloe Soothing Sunscreen, and light makeup. However, if you should have worn mineral sunscreen or extremely stubborn sunscreen that you cannot properly get off, same would apply to makeup, then I suggest using an oil or balm cleanser instead. Or you may want to do a double cleanse where you're using such a cleanser at first and then follow on with the Effaclar Purifying Foaming Gel Cleanser. This way you're making sure that in the evening you can properly wash your face to get even the most stubborn sunscreen and or makeup from the skin before moving on to the next product, so that you're making sure that no sensitivity occurs and that you're not going to clog your pores any further. So when working with La Roche-Posay Effaclar Purifying Foaming Gel Cleanser, that one needs to be applied to wet skin, and then later on you're going to rinse it off with water. You can do this above the sink or in the shower. Make sure to use lukewarm water to warm water. When doing it above the sink, I highly recommend adding, or basically using, a soft clean microfiber washcloth that's extremely soft and gentle on the skin. Wet them, squeeze them out, and then use a damp washcloth to remove any last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup, which you may not be able to get properly properly off the skin by just using your hands when doing this above the sink. This may be different when doing this in the shower. So let's go ahead and get started. So now go ahead and take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the excess water from the skin surface. So once you're done with your cleansing step, you now can move on to the next step, which is going to be your Effaclar stringing lotion. And when doing the application, you can do this with a cotton pad. Soak up the cotton pad, just make sure that it's not dripping wet. Swipe it across your face and or neck. When doing this with your hands, which is what I recommend, then I like to use about 10 drops for my entire face and neck so that I can evenly spread it out and that it absorbs quickly into the skin. Now when doing the application, please do not getting it into your eyes nor into your mouth. Please do not use it on top of your eyelids. Do not get it too close to the lower lash line, and please do not use it on top of your lips. Rub your hands together and then blend it evenly all over. So, and once you're done with the application, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. It should absorb quite quickly into the skin. However, if you feel like it's still a bit damp, give it a moment longer before heading into the application of the Effaclar Duo Plus. Now, when using your Effaclar Duo Plus, as already mentioned, you can use it all over your face and or neck or just on a specific area. So let's say you have like mainly issues on your forehead with your acne or either on your cheeks. Well, then you can just use it on that area and then leave it as it is. However, if you want to use it all over, that's completely fine as well. And then use about a pea to a bean size amount, more or less. It's a very lightweight gel. The amount can be slightly adjusted depending on how large the area may be. Just make sure that it's going to absorb quickly into the skin. It shouldn't really sit on the skin surface. So about that much, more or less. Rub it between your fingertips and then blend it evenly all over. Same applies to this product. Do not use it around the eyes, and please do not use it on your lips or get it into your mouth or into your eyes. So, and once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. If this is going to be your evening skincare routine, you can stop right here. However, if dryness should occur over time, you now can, in your evening skincare routine, follow on with a moisturizer. So I have one example right here. I just want to point it out. It would be the step after your Effaclar Duo Plus, and then use about, again, a pea to a bean size amount to apply it evenly all over so that you have a nice thin and even layer that covers it to maintain your, or let's say to balance out dryness, but at the same time not making you oilier. And so then this would be the last step in your evening skincare routine. However, during daytime, as already pointed out, sunscreen is important if you have sun exposure. So this is now the step that I'm going to demonstrate as I'm going to go with my morning example skincare routine. So as an example, I'm going to use Cosrx Always Soothing Sunscreen. So if you're going to apply it all over your face, neck, including your ears, use about half a teaspoon. If you're going to include your décolletage, use about 1 teaspoon. This is just an overall general guide so that you have an idea of how much you need to use. So it is a fair amount to properly cover the entire area to protect the skin if you have sun exposure. Apply your sunscreen 10 to 15 minutes before heading outside. And when doing the application, you can can use your sunscreen around the eyes if it does not irritate your eyes. Just make sure to not get it into your eyes, not into your mouth, of course. But if sensitivity should occur, you can leave out the eye area and then wear sunglasses instead, or you're going to look for sunscreen that you can tolerate around the eyes. So there can be some adjustments done. I'm just going to go now with my favorite one. I have half a teaspoon right here, which I'm going to fill up. So about that much, more or less. This can be adjusted if you have a smaller or larger face, for sure. So it should still feel comfortable on the skin when doing the application. Rub your fingertips together and then move on with the application and make sure that you can cover the areas properly. So, and once you're done with the application, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And this is what I wanted to share with you when using La Roche-Posay Effaclar 3-Step Kit. Now, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to go over the PowerPoint again in your own time, I'm going to leave it in the description box down below. And if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up as well as share it with your friends. And if you now want to learn more about skincare, I'm going to leave some of the videos at the end of this video. Otherwise, feel free to check out my YouTube channel for more content. And I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye.